Okay, so this is coding problem set 2.4. In this problem, it is similar to problem 3, where we design the bisection search. In this problem, we want to revise this bisection search and use a recursive function. So we start off here in our code by declaring our variables. The balance is $5,000. The annual interest rate is 0.18% or 0.18 or 18%. Monthly interest rate is annual interest rate divided by 12. And now we have the lower and upper bounds, the parameters of the initial bisection search. So we have the lower bound and the upper bound here. Now we have a function to find the smallest monthly pay using the bisection search. So we start with def find payments with all the variables that this function will use. So balance, annual interest rate, lower bound, and upper bound. So we have monthly pay, which is the monthly payment. Initially, this is going to be essentially a guess with using the value stored as the upper and lower bounds and dividing that by 2. Then we initialize a new variable called new bal or new balance, and we set this equal to balance initially. So now we have this for loop that loops or iterates through the 12 months of the year that you will be making payments. And then we subtract the amount we pay monthly from the new balance. As up here, we find the amounts that we pay or that we're going to attempt to pay. And then we subtract that amount from the balance or the new balance and set it equal to the new balance. Then we calculate the interest on the remaining balance through monthly balance equal or monthly interest equals the monthly interest rate times the new balance. Then we add the monthly interest rate to the new balance. Next, we are going to check whether or not the balance has been paid off within 12 months with this if statement, which says if the absolute value of new balance is less than or equal to 0.01. And if this is true, then that means that it is 0, or that the monthly balance has been paid off, and we can return the monthly pay rounded to 2 as the lowest payment that we have to make each month. And now if it is not the case, then we have to adjust the bounds accordingly. So if the new balance is greater than 0, then we adjust the lower bounds. If the new balance is less than 0, so a negative number, then we have to adjust the upper bound because we're paying too much. And now here we have the recursive call. So within the function, we have return find payment, which is the name of the function, and of course all the variables that this function uses. So after we have defined our find payment function, we can now call it down here and say monthly payment equals find payment, or the function find payment. And of course, we include all the variables associated with it. I don't know why I keep saying valuables. Yeah. And then it will run through this recursive function and continuously iterate until it finds the lowest payment that pays off the balance. And then we can finally print the monthly payment. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. As you can see, the lowest payment I can make is $451.63. All right, this concludes this coding problem.